Drive on mama, buckle up. Andre TV here from driveonmama.com, coming to you on a snowy Monday. It is January 15th and we're doing an abbreviated dinner schedule because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay out here in these weather conditions. As you can see, it's wet on the pavement but snow on the sidewalk, and a lot of side streets are not shoveled. But we do have our first order for the night, 725, going 1.9 miles. We do have the food in the car, and this may be the shortest dash ever. Do you see these roads? Yeah, I am not driving a SUV or a four-wheel drive car. This is actually a hire car rental, 2009 Nissan Altima, and I do not feel very safe at all. But let's continue on to the drop-off. Okay, we have dropped that order off, and the customer tipped $10. I didn't get the screenshot, but we're sitting at $13.25. We came back to the avenue. There's more snow on the ground now, and a lot of the side streets that drop off was a residential neighborhood they have plowed before, but now that it's coming down, it's a white covering. And again, this is a no four-wheel drive, and it's an old car, and I think we are going to end after our next two. But some people really have no consideration or don't think things through. They tried to send me a batched order. Well, not tried, they did. $23.50 for 7 miles, 2 pickups and 2 drop-offs. But why would you be ordering food and you live more than 5 miles from the store in these conditions, knowing it's a person driving you your order in their own personal car? And do you really need some Matchbox pizza that bad, really? And then $23 for 6.5 miles. Also, in my opinion, a little inconsiderate of the customer, but that's just me. But we have accepted our next two, and most likely our last two. My son is at a play date. He's 12. He's playing or hanging out with his friends at their house, which is not too far from here, and that pickup time is 7 o'clock. So we accepted a $6.75 for 1.3 miles. They're just getting 3 soups. And then I don't know what the next people will be picking up yet because we didn't get to that store, but it's $10.25 for an additional 3.3 miles. Let's go get it. And just to give you some context, I drive in a city where you can find a pizza restaurant within 1 to 1.5 miles of wherever the person may live. And to want a specific pizza from so far away, I think is inconsiderate. Why don't you get something close by and keep everybody safe and warm? So yeah, this is what the sidewalk looks like now as we go get our soups. And the next is going to be some ramen noodles. People want some comfort food today. Let's go give them. And while I'm waiting at this light, you really can't, or I really can't put it all on the customer, because a lot of times, I don't know if you noticed this, if there's a store that is like a franchise, like Matchbox, the customer doesn't always know which store they're choosing. And Doordash could do a better job at routing the order to the closest store. Now that customer that I said lived more than 5 miles away, they have a Matchbox closer to their house. But if the app doesn't restrict them and tell them, hey, you know you're ordering from this one instead of that one, why would they think anything is wrong or different? They don't know which one it's coming from. So I take it back. It may not be the customer's fault, but we have our soup. Let's go get the ramen. First order dropped off. And when you have an old beater car with not the brand newest of tires, the tires are okay, but it's the car itself. You have to go 10 miles an hour max. Do you see this? Do you see that? Safe and steady, slow and steady. Put on your hazards if you have to. Let them go around you. You want to get home safe. We have dropped off both orders. The first person tipped $4.50, and this second person, I don't know if you can see, they live on a hill. Our car could not make it up the hill, So we're walking back down to the car, and they tipped $20. Thank you, Mr. Customer. Now, I'm gonna log off, go get my son, and we're gonna inch our way home. Doordashing in the snow is not the wisest thing to do. But if you have to get out there, remember, 10 miles an hour, put your blinkers on, stay safe, stay warm, and drive on, mama. Okay, just an extra clip. It is not worth it. Doordashing in the snow. After that last drop off, it was 6:54 p.m. It took me to 7:37 to pick up my son from his friend's house, and they only lived 3 miles away. And we are just getting home from 7:37 picking him up. Xavier, what time is it?
It is 9:31.
9:31. Not worth it. 10 miles an hour the whole way. Stay home if you can.